Hey brother, welcome back again, man. And kudos to you again for watching these videos, especially if you've gotten to this one. Fantastic, man. I reserved finances as the triple trifecta. It's the last one on purpose because as important as finances are, they are never more important than your family or your fitness in mind, body, and spirit. You must come first. Your family, and again, you come first even before your family, because you can't give what you don't have. You can't draw from an empty well. And if you're underdeveloped, if you're empty, you got nothing to give. So you've got to take care of you so you can really show up for your family and all their needs. And then your family, of course, is everything, like we talked about in the last video. But now finances. And the problem is that most men, probably the most common problem among men, is this insatiable desire for more money. And I know you already know that money is not the most important thing in life, and yet so many of you still act like it is. It's like that siren song, you know, the story of Homer's Odyssey and Odysseus. They pass by the sirens and their song is so alluring and so captivating that the sailors passing by could not resist it, and they would drive their ships into the rocky shores and drown or jump overboard to go hear the sirens. It was just so alluring, but it was to their own self-destruction. And you and I both know people, men who have sacrificed their health, their well-being, their spirituality, their marriages, their parenting, just a good life. They've sacrificed it in this endless pursuit of more money. Now, I am not saying money's a bad thing. It's not. It's completely neutral. It's just a tool. And it's a tool that can really leverage and magnify what you are or who you want to become. So I hope sincerely that you all become very wealthy. But it has to be done in the right way, and that's why it's a critical piece of the triple trifecta. It's a part of winning as a man. You have to be a phenomenal provider. And what's sad is you and I both know and have seen men sacrifice all the more important things, ironically, sometimes even for a small salary. I've seen men hand over their lives and their families for $80,000 a year or for $8 million. It almost doesn't matter. And that's what's interesting. And so we have to keep it in its proper perspective. So obviously not the most important thing, but extremely important nonetheless. And that's why we have to succeed in acquiring and managing money. So inside the third trifecta of finances is your income, your expenses, so how money comes into your life, how money goes out of your life, and your investments, how you get it to work for you. So let's talk about income. I wholeheartedly believe that as you consistently, and this should be your mission, your purpose, your desire, your drive, your aim, to consistently increase your skills, your knowledge and skills, especially the marketable ones, so that you can go into the marketplace and you should be earning more money, getting raises, however it works for you. If you own your own business, if you're an entrepreneur like I am, or you're an intrapreneur like many of you are, or I'm coaching dentists and doctors, physicians, surgeons, attorneys, engineers, entrepreneurs, like you name it, across the board. But you should consistently, as an ideal, be earning more money, and I would say quarterly. So my personal target is I should be earning more money each quarter as I go through life, right? As I'm working and growing, and we'll get into investments in a minute, but just purely with income, I should be earning more money every quarter. Now, some of you aren't in a position where it can happen that quickly, but I would say once a year at an absolute minimum, but twice a year or 4 times a year is the best, where you're just growing and improving, and you're dramatically increasing your knowledge and skills in your expertise. And so your income's coming in. Now, most of us, I didn't realize this, and here's the fundamental piece for finances. every single one of us has a relationship with money. Most of us have a relationship that just happened by default, by accident. Because it didn't happen deliberately, it just happened automatically. And it's usually not a really healthy relationship. And so we have to recreate that. And inside the Be the Man Masterclass and Tribe, we deliberately focus on building and maintaining a really healthy relationship with money. And you got to have that. Otherwise, your own scarcity thinking, your limited fixed mindset about money, your fears about money, your irrational emotional behaviors and decisions about money, you just self-destruct. And you can destroy your income, or it can come in and then you just destroy it with expenses, or you sabotage your own investments. It's very easy and very common. You've seen this. You maybe even done it yourself, like I have, where you'll sabotage income, expenses, or investments. And so we have to gain the maturity of a relationship with money and have the skills and the knowledge to go through this. And that's exactly what we go through in the masterclass. So what skills do you have, or do you want to acquire, or what knowledge is so valuable that they will gladly, people in the marketplace will gladly pay you for it? And you have to stay sharp. You have to stay on top of it. You cannot get it and think, oh, I'm good, I've made it. Because it's not. You'll get passed up, right? Those old ideas and those old skills, they'll just get tossed aside. So as we go through life, we consistently have our sights on acquiring new knowledge and skills and honing those so we can keep rising and our income can keep rising with us. So that's income. It's got to be coming in. It's got to be good. It's got to be more than enough, adequate to provide for. And when I say provide, it's not just the basic bare minimum. It's not just your house. It's just not your food or the basic necessities. It's providing for the dream that you want to live with your family. Like, you guys can probably hear the call to prayer right now, where part of our unique family dream is we love to travel and explore all over the world, all over the place. We've taken our family so far to around 50 countries, and we love it. We love the experiences. Right now, my kids and I are getting scuba certified here in the Mediterranean, but we've ridden horses and ponies across Mongolia. We've circled Iceland. We've hiked the Inca Trail. We've ridden dromedaries in the Sahara. We've gone up to the base camp of Mount Everest. We've done humanitarian trips all through Central America and part of South America. I mean, just phenomenal stuff. And I've taken my wife on unbelievable trips to Thailand and the Ritz-Carlton on Valentine's Day, to chartering a private yacht with our friends and circling the Galapagos. You've got to be able to provide for your kids skills, development, courses, classes, education, and your dreams and your wife's needs and desires. You've got to be able to do that. So income matters so much. Now, expenses. We won't spend a lot of time on this, but let this suffice. How your money goes out of your life says so much about you. Let that sink in. Where your money goes says so much about who you are as a man and what actually matters to you. And many, again, just let it happen by default. There's just things going everywhere. They don't even know where their money's going, or it's going to things that don't bring them joy, don't bring them fulfillment. They got caught up in social conditioning or whatever junk or garbage is going on. They're just distracted, money going everywhere, and they're not deliberate and controlled about where it's going. They haven't really reined it in and said, you know what? I'm only going to spend money on things that bring true value to me and to my family, that help us be better human beings and that help others. And we've got to get that totally dialed in. Again, we dive deep into this in the masterclass, but you've got to get this completely under control. Again, you're the king in your kingdom, brother. You are the king in your kingdom. You are responsible how money comes in and how money goes out. And you've got to be in, you don't have to do it all, but you have to oversee it all. You have to be responsible for it all. And there's so much more to that. And you got to be dialed in on that. The third piece is investments, of course. And we've got to be doing great investments. Of course, the number one investment you can ever make is in yourself. That is the most valuable investment there is, hands down. Invest in yourself. With that is investing in your family, investing in your children, investing in their future, investing in your education, your skill development, and just your personal development, your professional development. Best investment you'll ever make. Make sure a percentage of your income is always investing in your growth and development, like we talked about. Number two, the second best investment you can make is in your own business, in your own income. And you're like, well, and some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, you get that. If you're an entrepreneur, you can still find ways around that. But even if you're an employee, you have to start looking at your own business and see yourself always, no matter what, as the president of you. It is you incorporated and in your business. And I hope you'll set up multiple streams of income and invest in your businesses, your income streams. And then invest in real estate and invest in other businesses, stocks, other businesses, but that can be through stocks or ETFs or whatever, right? You've got to be investing and strategically making investments across your life and across a spectrum of places so that you're protected. And as things go up and down, because they will, that you have streams and investments that are setting you up for a future that you want to live, that are setting your family up too, and handling this all like a noble king and like a man. And brother, I would say the most important thing inside this last trifecta that's inside the Masterclass is I will teach you how to establish and create your own economy. That way you and I, we don't have to worry about what's happening in the economy. I worry about what's happening in my economy. I don't have to participate in the ups and downs and the drama and the changes and the shifts and all the craziness that's going on. I get to establish life on my terms. I get to control my finances on my terms, and I'm adjusted and I have hedges and I'm set up so that all the things that are going on and changing all around the world, I can prepare for that. And I can live, for the most part, independent of those things, although there's an interdependency. That's the most powerful thing we can get from this. And if nothing else, if you got literally nothing else from the Masterclass except that, it would be infinitely worth it. So worth it. Some of my clients have come in, and in a short amount of time, we've doubled, tripled, 5x'd their income. In one case, 10x'd income in less than a year. Set up investments, strategies, multiple streams of income, like totally transformed income, expenses, and investments. Right? It's phenomenal. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and every one of your decisions is your decisions, your choice. But there are principles and practices that just work. And again, I'm telling you, brother, that's not the most, as valuable as that is, that's not the most valuable part of the Masterclass. It's who you can be as a man in your whole life. Mind, body, and spirit. Bringing that marriage, the magic, the spark, the passion, the romance, that really deep connection and influence with your kids, where you just love being with them, they love being with you, and you're helping them grow up to be truly magnificent men and women. And you're living as your very best self. There's nothing, brother, there's nothing more satisfying and more fulfilling than pursuing your potential and being the best version of yourself. So my invitation to you is to click this button right now, schedule a call with me. If you're ready to go, some of you are just like, I'm in, let's go, where do I sign up? I'll give you a link there, just go sign up, get in the Masterclass with us, become a part of this tribe of great men who are committed to being great husbands and great fathers and great businessmen and great leaders and just incredible men. Just jump in. However you want to do this, schedule a call with me. Let's get on the phone. Let's talk about it. Let's go through. Let's talk about your goals and your dreams and your challenges. What are the top 3 things that you want to achieve in the next 12 months? And what are the biggest pain points and obstacles that are standing in your way right now? And most importantly, are you committed? Brother, in a very very real way, you have a choice. We all have a choice. And ultimately, it's the choice between heaven and hell. It's the choice to say, yes, I am committed. I'm determined to be the best man I can be. And to really level up. To kick the addictions and the vices and the problems to the curb. And to lean in and give everything you have to becoming your best self, to establishing and maintaining that loving, wonderful marriage you know is possible, loving on your kids, building that legacy, creating that wealth. It's all there. You know you have the power to do it. Let me give you the tools and the training to make it happen. And you might be saying, oh, it's not the right time. Oh, maybe later. Honestly, it's never going to be the perfect time. But right now is always the best time to commit to level up, to be better. So take action. Schedule that call right now. Let's get in there. Let's talk about your goals and dreams and what you want to go after. Let me share what I've learned on my own personal journey of going from absolutely broke and shy and broken and insecure with very little hope to where we are today and where I'm going. And those tools, and now I've been able to help thousands of men across 5 continents, and I've been on this voracious study of peak performance for men for over 25 years. Let me share that with you. Jump in the Masterclass. Be a part of this tribe and this great community. Don't wait any longer. Don't procrastinate. Don't prolong it. Don't postpone it. Lean in. Choose right now by clicking this button to be the man. See you on the inside.